I want to give you an added advantage. I want to give you an advantage in your workplace, in your personal life, and I want to give you your strategic advantage in dealing with your clients.
You've entered Legal Al, where sharp legal minds meet the power of strategic intuitive intelligence and inner awareness. Hosted by someone that is a veteran, an author, and is an individual experienced in specialist security operations, strategic intuitive intelligence, and transformational psychology, this is not your typical legal podcast. We explore what most lawyers never say out loud: burnout, grief, inner dissonance, and what it really takes to sustain a legal career with clarity, purpose, and personal alignment. Alongside powerful solo insights, you'll hear thought-provoking conversations with members of the Help Lawyer Network, lawyers, legal support professionals, and expert witnesses, sharing real stories from the front lines. This is the space where law meets what's rarely talked about. Welcome to Legal Al, where wisdom meets the law and strategic intuitive intelligence guides the way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is John from help-lawyer.com, Help Lawyer. Welcome here. This is the first episode of the Legal Owl, or Legal Owl as it's called, and I want to give you a little introduction into Legal Owl and an introduction into Help Lawyer if you don't know about Help Lawyer, and also the changes that are going to be dramatic, what's actually going to change within our Help Lawyer network and how it's going to benefit lawyers even more. So let me just start. Let me just jump in. No fancy intros or anything else. Let me just jump into this. So Help Lawyer is a legal directory. It's something that I started many years ago. I have been involved in PR and media and publishing. I'm an author. I'll jump into a little bit about me just after I introduce you to Help Lawyer. Help Lawyer, as I said, was a legal directory. It started off just as a very kind of simple website that I built I was actually doing some content work for a lawyer, and I decided then to, my entrepreneurial spirit, I opened up Help Lawyer as a legal directory, but I wanted it to be really different. I didn't just want Help Lawyer to be a directory for like every other directory that was out there, where it kind of you were left to your own devices and you were kind of left to get dust, if you like. So now what actually happened was I got really passionate about Help Lawyer, and it evolved way beyond the directory. In fact, it started off as just a simple little blog. It evolved into a directory, a simple directory. Then it evolved into a major directory that actually became very well respected in the legal industry. And I don't want to say that I was competing with Avo and everybody else. I mean, they're massive organizations, but we went from nothing to having over 700 law firms registered on our directory. And over the years, it's been really great. I mean, we've had legal marketers that come in. Primarily, a lot of legal marketers come in, and SEO companies that are acting for lawyers, and that kind of became a bit problematical. Let me just move this microphone out there. It became a bit problematical from the simple reason is that sometimes SEO companies would be registering the law firms, and the law firms didn't even know about it. And so, if I was doing anything unique, if I was reaching out and maybe we wanted to maybe identify some of the content that they had there, because you've got to remember that Help Lawyer started off based in publishing and things like that, from my experience. And so I wanted to make sure that our members were getting, we're getting well, if you like, bang for their buck, so to speak, So if I identified that there was content wasn't particularly good from my journalistic background and things, I would challenge that. And of course, then you find out that the lawyers don't know anything about it. And then, of course, we have a lot of other members that had joined us that were just new solo lawyers starting out in their career. And, our platform is great. It's got a fantastic, it's like a little mini website that goes hand in hand with your website, and it sounds as if I'm trying to sell Help Lawyer, but I'm not. I'm giving you a grounding on what it was, because it's evolved. It's evolved over the years, and it's something I'm still very passionate about. But as things change in the world, and as the landscape changes and AI is changing the whole world, then we also have to evolve. And of course, I've been involved in, PR and publishing and things over the years, and I wanted to bring more of those skills in. I wanted to redevelop Help Lawyer to be more than just a directory, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, do we need another legal directory? There's so many out there. There's so many directories all competing and all promising the world and things. And we're very active. We're very active in what we do. But I wanted something more. So I decided to redevelop Help Lawyer from the ground up. And that's been happening over the last year. It's been a lot of work. And we're finally actually at that point where we're just about to launch it. So there's some major changes. There's three massive changes that are actually going to happen with Help Lawyer, and actually probably a bit more. So there's probably three main changes, but we're going to subdivide that into other things that's happening. So the first thing is Help Lawyer is no longer going to be just a directory. Yes, we will still have a directory there that you can use. And if you're a member of our platform and you're on there, then you still have all the features, you still have all the benefits, and you have everything that you can deal with. You've got all the you've got more now than when you started, because we have a PR, we have a media room now that we can actually get press releases done. There's so much more. This is all new features that we have. We have the ability to have your podcast, your mini profile, everything, all your website. That's all staying the same. Nothing's going to change there. So, but the actual site or the actual network is becoming more of an exclusive network. That's the first biggest change, an exclusive network. We're going to be bringing in a lot more. So this exclusive network means that we'll be probably a lot more judicious. We're going to have a lot of more discernment on who we allow to join. And as I said, I'm not a legal marketer. I don't do SEO marketing for law firms. And I'm very, very careful who I allow in. But I do have a lot of other experience. And so before I jump into why I'm changing this based on my background, the second thing that's going to change is we're going to be giving you a lot more support as a lawyer. Whether you are a big law firm, whether you are a solo lawyer, whether you have a small law firm, you're going to be able to access a private area of that network, a private app that we've been developing, that we're bringing in for that community, so that you can have a lot more support. There actually is going to be classes in there based on what I'll be teaching, what other experts that I'll be bringing in will be teaching as well. And so that is that's the second massive change, is bringing this new dimension into Help Lawyer. And the third massive change is training that I'm developing that you're going to get access free. And that training that I'm developing that I'm teaching elsewhere is worth an awful lot of money. But I'm bringing that into the new Help Lawyer network. So that's three major developments. Also, yes, there's going to be other developments within that's changing. So if you're a member, you're one of our 700 members or so, then you can stay as normal. But from now on, you will have a chance to upgrade. Become a founder. You'll have a chance to become a founder of the new network, the new Help Lawyer network. And I hope you do. So if you don't know about us, you now have a little bit of a grounding and a basis on what we are. Now, here's a little bit about me I want to bring in before I talk about all the other exciting things. I am the founder, as you know. I am also an author. I've authored several books that have been published globally in many languages throughout the world. I have an academic background in psychology, transpersonal psychology, and intuition, teaching, leading intuition, dealing with spiritual crisis, and helping lawyers in strategic decision making. I have a history. I've helped in very sensitive cases. Privately with lawyers, I'm an ex-veteran. I have a specialist security background. I've worked in corporate intelligence and various other fields like that, where over the years, and so I have a great deal of experience. And of course, I've written journalistic articles as a journalist, and I have been involved in publishing for a long time. And so I want to give more to our members. And so this is why things are changing. So in the new network, in the new Help Lawyer network, we're also bringing in this podcast. This is going to be the Legal Owl podcast. And hopefully I'm going to be able to interview some of our esteemed members within our community, and also experts. Yeah, I'm bringing in experts. A great friend of mine, Mr. McKinley, who is ex-25-year Naval Intelligence. He'll be coming into the network. Him and I will be teaching some joint classes together. Him and I will also be offering to come and do talks at law firms, and we'll be having events that we're bringing in. But when you are in our new network, you're going to get so much more from it, because my experience in psychology, in transpersonal crisis and personal crisis, I want to bring in to the legal network. This is the big thing that's changing, is I want to help and support you. Because at the end of the day, in the legal industry, mental health is a big issue. I'm recognized throughout the world for grief. I have been featured in major magazines, Vogue magazine. I've been featured in Yahoo News. I've been featured in the Epoch Times. I have got experience in that field, and I want to bring that experience into Help Lawyer. And so I'm going to be helping lawyers. If you're struggling with burnout, if you're struggling with grief, if you are struggling with relationship, communication, there's so many avenues, and there's so many subdivisions within the legal network that you struggle with personally. Even your time, how you connect with not only your clients but your peers. And so many lawyers suffer needlessly. And there's classes out there, there's information out there, but it doesn't really come from a real strategic advantage. I want to give you, as the lawyer, a real strategic advantage personally. Professionally, I want to do the same as well. So you could be a criminal lawyer in a case, and you're dealing with something that's really sensitive, and that individual is suffering psychologically. Then I want to give you the tools to be able to help with that. I want to also bring in the experts to be able to help you with that. And I'll talk a little bit more about experts in a minute as well. But you also may be dealing with someone, it's wrongful death, and maybe the family's grieving. Maybe you're grieving and they're grieving. How do you deal with them, right? How do you understand their psychology? How do you understand the grieving process? How do you understand spiritual crisis? And this is not from a religious point of view. This is from a personal, internal awareness point of view. How do you deal with that client? How do you deal with a client who's going through a spiritual crisis? And that might mean that they've had a long-term relationship, and that relationship, you're a divorce attorney, and that relationship is breaking down. So you've got elements of grief. You've possibly even got elements of other psychological imbalances. So I want to teach you all of these skills that I've developed over the years and have been teaching and lecturing in intuition and how to use inner awareness, and not from a new agey sitting with a robe with your legs crossed meditation. I'm going to teach you how to meditate. I'm going to teach you how to meditate like a warrior. I'm going to give you the strategic advantage to deal with your clients in a different way. And I'm going to be bringing in the experts to do this as well. People that I respect and know, and people that I know are experts in their field. But also within this network, we've opened up our directory to expert witnesses. And that's another big change that's happening. That's the fourth change, essentially. But the other changes are mainly internal and what I say. But that's a big fourth change. But that's something that I'm allowing these expert witnesses, and we're developing a platform from them. We're also going to give them a section within our new community app as well, so that you as the lawyer can deal with these experts direct. You may have a case that's really sensitive, and you don't want to put it out there in some of these big directories and then have them pay a fee, and then you want to deal with them direct. So I'm going to vet these experts. We're going to go out, find the experts, vet them. We're going to allow them to come into our network, and they're going to get access to what you have access. Maybe not the mental health, and we've got to work that out. But because I'm going to be able to work with you within our community, but these guys, you'll be able to connect with them, right? So now you're going to have you'll be able to find them on the directory, but then you'll be able to connect with them in the network privately. You'll be able to message them privately. You'll be able to have a voice conversation with them privately. And this is all secure. You'll be able to deal with them direct, not have to pay exorbitant fees for finder fees and percentages. You'll be able to deal with these people direct. They'll be able to help you. And that's another benefit that I want to bring in for you within our community. The other thing is that if you're a lawyer and you're struggling in any way within your firm, within anything else, personally and professionally, then you can also opt to work with me one-to-one, and there'll be an availability within the network alone to connect with me privately and let's talk and see if you can work with me one-to-one. Obviously, that would be an added cost, but you'll get direct access to me where many people don't. Here is the big thing that I'm bringing in that I'm really excited about. So I'm doing a culmination of all my years of experience in the fields that I've worked in my protective security operations and corporate intelligence and various other elements as well, in psychology and spiritual development. I've developed a new framework, a new system that I'm teaching elsewhere, and I teach privately, which costs a lot of money to do with me. Within my 21 Virtues program, is $8,000 to $10,000 to actually do that program. I'm actually bringing my applied intuitive intelligence training into the Help Lawyer Network, and you guys are going to get that as part of this new evolution of Help Lawyer. I'm really excited about it because, and in the network, there's different modules. You're going to learn learn so many other things. Learn how to meditate, learn how to use your inner awareness, how to understand behavior, how to use your intuition for strategic decision making. Now, this is not an airy-fairy course. This is based on science. This is based on academia. This is based on lived experience. And as I said, I have helped lawyers in private cases utilizing strategic intuitive intelligence, utilizing that ability to help them make the right decisions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you an added advantage. I want to give you an advantage in your workplace, in your personal life, and I want to give you your strategic advantage in dealing with your clients. So, you have a choice. If you're not a member of Help Lawyer at the moment and you want all of this, then you can register on our waiting list, and then we'll connect with you and get you in there when the time is right. If you want to just join our directory, then you can do. And if you're a legal marketer, then we vet all legal. I mean, really, there's only a few legal marketers that I trust and that I like, and that I would support them. They know who they are, actually. Big names in the industry, and they can utilize your network anytime that they want. They have some of their clients in there already. Not going to mention any names, but they know who they are, and I trust them. If you're another legal marketer and you want to utilize it, you have to go through a process. We have to vet you, and your clients have to they have to let us know that, yeah, they are acting on our behalf, and we do want to be a part of your network. If you're a lawyer and you don't have any of that, and you just want to join it directly and promote your business, maybe you're starting your law firm and you're not ready for everything else that's bolted on, then you can come and join us. Just reach out. That's no problem. It's inexpensive. But equally, it's not going to be that expensive to get all of these benefits. And here's the last thing I want to say as well. These experts that I personally know, and myself, we're also going to be bringing in other classes and training that will get you your CLE credits. That's something that we're working on, that we're developing, and we will let you know more about that as we move on. So if you want all of this, then register on the waiting list. It's going to be inexpensive because when we launch, we're going to give a founder's discount to do this. You're going to get all of the training, all of the classes. You're going to get my applied intuitive intelligence training that's going to help you personally, that's going to help you professionally. Remember, is based on giving you a unique strategic power, giving you the strategic tools that you need to help you even grow your practice, to grow your relationships, to identify when things are wrong, and to help your clients in a more unique way. Now, my camera just zoomed in there, so it's come up to here. Guys, thank you for being with me today. This is the Legal Owl. When you come and join us, you will be on here. I will be interviewing you, and possibly even one of my colleagues will also be interviewing you, and we'll be promoting. I want to hear about your stories. I want to hear about what you do, and I want to promote your practice as well. So I can't wait. That's the changes that are happening. I can't wait until you come and join us to get into the whole brand new evolution of Help Lawyer. And if you're just part of our network now and you're a member of our network now, then you'll be getting an email very soon on all these changes. Guys, God bless. Bye.
You've been listening to The Legal Owl, where law meets the unseen layers of clarity, leadership, and inner alignment. If this sparks something in you, trust that feeling. Let it lead you. For deeper insights, real conversation, and strategic guidance, connect through the Help Lawyer Network and subscribe to the show wherever you listen to podcasts. If you prefer a more private connection, you'll find the path when you're ready. Until next time, stay present, think deeper, and lead wiser.